Now, guys, what we need to create, let me create a DB component, because for my project, I need a DB component. We know that. Let me select a resource group, major branch 1 database. No server, create a server, major branch 1, 2, 3, something. SQL authentication, 2024. Done. Okay. Production development, perfect. Oh, yeah, okay. So guys, what I'm doing currently, I'm creating my database. Validating. Deployment is in progress. Meanwhile, if you look at here, guys, this is my backend code, correct? Yesterday we deployed the backend code, correct or not, guys? When we ran it, how we see the output of any backend application? This output will be in a form of
JSON.
JSON, yes, for script object notation. So guys, what we will be doing, let us wait until here. Meanwhile, guys, if you look at here, this is my backend application. If you expand the controllers, this will contain all database tables, APIs, guys. If you can see, it is a get API of a table called department. There is another API called employee controller. So guys, you don't worry about these things, because these are all created by the backend programmers. We never open code. We never look at these files. We all know that, because we never write any code. But we need to do one thing. We all know, if there is a backend code, we need that backend application should communicate with the database. Further, guys, in the same backend code, you can see there is an app.json file. You just click on that. Can you please tell me what is this? What could be
server connection string?
Yeah, it is the SQL server connection string. Because guys, my database wants to communicate with the DB. For that, we need to provide the database connection string in the code. Actually, guys, when we have created the database, we will be sharing the connection string with whom?
SQL person.
Yeah, one is SQL person, second is the backend person. We need to send the same connection string to the backend team as well, because they will be using the connection string in their code. So guys, I have given the connection string and they have used it in the code. Now what will happen? Look at here. My DB is ready. We all know we need to go to networking. Where is the network? Okay, we need to go to server. Where is the server? This is the server. Click that under server, go to networking. We know this. Enable the selected networks, add the client IP, allow Azure services to access the server. Once the firewall has been updated, go back to the DB, get the connection string. This is my connection string. You can see this is the server name. Copy the server name and paste it here. Edit it. This is my server name. This is the database. This is the DB name. This is the DB name. That is username and password. Now commit it. We all know this, guys. Whenever you commit any code, what we need to do? Guys, what we need to
build it again.
You need to build it again. You need to build it one more time. Yes. So let me go back here. This is the build pipeline. Run the build pipeline. Meanwhile, let me open here. And yes, do we need to deploy the DB code here? For this project, if you remember, yesterday I have given a script file, correct or not? This is the script file. This is the script file. Copy this. One way, guys, you can create pipelines and you can deploy it to the database. Or you simply copy paste the entire script file here in the database query editor. You execute it. This will also create the tables. Did you get my point? Guys, clear? Earlier, how we deployed the backend database to the cloud, guys? We have created a build pipeline. Do you remember? Yes, build pipeline and release pipeline, and we deployed the script file to the DB. That is one way. The other way, you simply copy paste the script file which was given by the DB person and execute it. My DB is ready. Now, guys, let me go back to here. Yeah, this is ready. Go back to release. Yeah, release this. Sorry, I think I don't have the app service. Let me look at that. Do I have an app service yet? So I need to create one. Select region. .NET backend procs. Select .NET. Yes, we have already created this .NET app service. Do you remember that, guys? I'm creating it in Korea South. Review, create. 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 Wait for a minute. Done. Go back here. Go back. This is failed. You know why this is failed, guys? Can anyone tell me why this pipeline failed? Guys, because the app service is not there, that 87243. This is the new app service which is there. Save and release.
Sir.
Yeah.
In the pipeline, after creating that application service, app connection, in last session, we discussed about that using the username, password, SQL database name, right? It is not the correct method. So we use the variables option through the vault, right?
Yeah, key vault variable group, correct?
Yeah. Actually, for me, I have added that variable group. I'll link it also. But still, I'm getting error there where in the pipeline that SQL server name, database name asking. There is a red color.
Yes, no, we'll resolve it. Wait for a minute. After this, in 5 minutes, once this component is completed, you share your screen, okay?
Okay.
Venkat, one quick question. So on top, you are seeing pipeline, task, variables, logs, and tests, right?
Yeah.
So in my org, like once I'm in pipeline, I'm not able to go to the tasks and variable sections. That means I haven't completed like a required sessions or something like that.
I did not get you. Can you please repeat?
Okay, so there is a pipeline, right? First,
this is the, this is pipeline. Next, variables and variable groups.
I'm not able to select that option. I don't see that option.
Why you can't see that option? Yeah, you also share. Okay, wait. After 5 minutes, you also share your screen. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, if you look at here, the backend is ready. We deployed the application. If you go back here, when you browse this, you can see it is telling us nothing is there because it's a backend application. You can't see anything there. But if I type API/employee, what's happening here? What is this? What is this, guys? Are you all following? Where are you guys? You should answer.
It is in the database table, employee table.
Employee table data. If you look at here, there are 2 tables in it. If you expand employee table, it has 2 rows in it. One Bob, DG, IT support, something, some data. Whatever data we have in this employee table, I'm able to access by using this API. This is my backend function, backend API. Can you see employee API is getting the data which is there in the employee table. If I type, instead of employee, if I type department, I'm able to read department table data. That means my backend and DB connection is successful. Both are communicating with each other. Did you get my point? Guys, did you get my point or not?
Yes.
Very simple. Nothing is there, guys. What you have just done, You can see it's a department table. It has only 2 rows in it, one IT, 2 support. I'm able to see that here, one IT, 2 support. So how the code is getting the data from the database? Just how the code is getting it, guys? If you look at the repo, guys, this is a little bit of coding. Should I explain or should I leave it? Guys.
Yeah, please explain.
Yeah, this is not at all needed for you, but I'll just explain. If you look at this employee controller, guys, actually, if you look at here, there are 3 controllers written in this backend code. One is weather, second employee, third department. The first one is weather forecast. If I open my backend, if I type weather forecast, I'm able to see some data, but this data is not in the database table. It is there in the code itself. If you look at here, can you see, guys? This data, this freezing, chilly, something. This data is getting displayed there. But these 2 data, these 2 controllers, this controller, guys, is reading the table values of employee. This controller is reading the table values of department. If you click this employee table, if you look at here, there is, do you know, guys, if there is an API, what is an API? You please tell me what is an API. Guys, next 10 minutes, purely technical. If you don't understand, don't bother. But I will explain. I'll try to explain from a programmer's perspective, because it will help you a lot in real time. Right? So if you don't understand, don't worry, don't bother. Okay, if you're able to understand, then it's well and good. Guys, if you look at here, what is the main purpose of API? You please tell me.
Application, like it is an interface, like connecting from one system to another system.
Okay.
Application programming interface.
Application programming interface is
between the 2 applications, like passing the messages.
2 components. Yeah. Components, you can say. It is a connector between 2 components. For example, guys, in real time, there are 3 components: front end, back end, database. You please tell me which component should be completed first. What do you think? Which should be ready? What do you think, guys?
Database.
Okay, someone is saying database. Any other answers?
I feel like parallelly, like.
Yeah, parallelly in real time, guys, everyone will start parallelly. We know that, but generally I'm explaining this. Guys, ideally, the database needed to be completed first. Why? Because depending upon the requirement document, after they look at the requirement document, the DB team will start identifying the tables and the sample data in it. For example, DB team identified employee table, department table, and student table, and courses table, for example. There are 4 tables identified by the DB team. Now, after DB is created, the backend team will come into the picture. What they will do, whole work is to create APIs. They will create APIs. Okay, if there is an API, guys, any API, its main work is to communicate with this data tables. For example, if we have 4 databases, we need at least 4 APIs, for sure. One is employee API. Second is department API. Next, student API. Next, courses API. Okay, what will these APIs will do? They will perform CRUD operations. That means CRUD means, guys, create, read, update, and delete. And guys, each API will have HTTP get method. There will be a post method. There will be a put method. There will be a delete method. So guys, remember, if there is an API, it can perform these 4 methods on its table. If you look at here, guys, if there is an employee API, what will it do? What can it do? Can anyone tell me? What can it do? What is the work of an employee API?
May include your employee name, address, something like employee age.
It will read data from an employee table, or it can write something inside this table, or it can update something in the employee table, or it can delete rows in employee table. That means my employee API will perform 4 operations on the respective table. Am I correct or not? Guys, 4 database operations, guys. HTTP get means reading, get the data from the table. Post means inserting, put something into the table. Put means updating. There is already an existing value, you just update it. Delete means delete any existing value. So all your 4, any API will perform these 4 operations on their respective tables. So employee API will apply these methods on employee table, department API, department table, student API, student table, courses API, courses table. Guys, if the DB is not ready, how backend programmer can write these APIs? Does he need the tables to get the information from it? Guys, are you getting my point? Guys, yes. If you look at this table, guys, if you look at these controllers, employee controller is like an employee API. What it can perform, very simple. If you look at here, HTTP GET. What is the meaning of HTTP GET? Reading, getting the data. Do you know select query? What select will do? If you look at this database, if I type select star from department, what will happen, guys? If I execute, I'll get complete department data. Select means displaying the data from the database table. Here, get means, guys, it will execute select query. It will get the complete data from the database table. If you look at here, post. What is the meaning of post? Posting something to a table. Here, posting means inserting something into the employee table. Now, there is a put method. What is the meaning of put? Update something in the table. I want to update some value in it. Finally, there is a delete method. What will it do? It will delete something from the table, correct? Guys, correct? That is it, guys. Nothing else is there. If there is a controller, it will perform, this is an employee API, it will perform all 4 operations on that table. If you look at the department, same thing, guys. Department, there is a get method, it will read the department data. There will be a post method, it will put something into the table. There will be a put method, which will update something. There will be a delete method, which will delete something. So, guys, what you need to understand, if there is a database, we need to have the respective controllers in the backend code. And those controllers will try to perform CRUD operations on the database tables. Guys, how many of you have understood this topic, this picture? How many of you have understood this, what I've just told you? Manish, understood. What about others? Kishore, did you get something?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Palnati,
Yes.
Rakesh, Basha.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So, guys, this is a basic information we should know. Actually, we won't write the code, but these things will help us a lot in identifying if something goes wrong in the actual production URL. By looking at the error message, you should be in a position to know, okay, where has gone something wrong, where it has gone wrong. So what is the thing which is causing the issue? You should guess it. You should actually identify that. And if you know all these things, guys, it will be very easy to identify the issues in our later stages. Okay, good. Now, if you look at here, now you understood something very good. Where is this? Yeah. If you look at here, I'm able to get the department table data and employee table data. Very, very good. Now, guys, let me go and look at the front end code. If you look at this React code, this is my React code, guys. First, this is the front end component. Front end component has been written in the React. So for that, what I need to do, first I need to create an app service. We know that. Create an app service. Select a resource group. This is major project React. Select what should we select?
Node, yes.
Node. Select Windows. Here, select Korea. Review create.
So Venkat, can we use this web app for multiple pipelines or?
Same web app for multiple pipelines?
Mm-hmm.
You can use this. You can use, if it is React, you can use it for Angular or Vue projects, but you can't use it for Java. Java cannot fit inside a React.
Okay. So for example, if it is a .NET, right? So we can use it the same.
Yeah, so same .NET you can use, you can deploy React, Angular, Vue projects in a .NET. No, it will work.
So
No problem.
there is no harm, like if we have like 2 different pipelines with the .NET project, so we can create web app again like multiple times. Is there any harm in that?
In real time, guys, you always create multiple app services for multiple projects, correct? Because it is a necessity there. But when you practice, don't need to create these many app services. You create 1, 2, and you deploy everything to there, correct?
Okay.
Yeah. If you look at there, yeah, you can see my app service is ready. Let me go back here. Anyone remember the pipeline of React? Have you, do you know, guys, what is the pipeline of React? The build pipeline task of a React project. Guys.
Build install.
npm build.
npm install, npm build, publish build artifact, correct? It is React, perfect. So npm install, what will it do? What will this task will do, guys?
Sir, here one I have a question.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, tell me, ask.
Sir, npm, instead of npm build, I'm not getting npm build over there. npm authenticate I'm getting.
No. What you need to do, you should add same npm twice. Add npm.
Oh, twice.
You don't change anything. Here, you will change npm to npm build.
I did that. Oh, okay.
Command should be custom.
Okay.
It should be run build.
Can you repeat this step again? I think I missed something.
Okay, let us create from scratch. Guys, if you look at here, I want to create.
You are creating a pipeline, right?
Yeah, build pipeline for my React project. So what should be the first task? You just look for npm. Just select npm, add it twice. Add npm, add one more npm. In this step, what you don't change anything, because what this will do, it will install all the packages needed by the React application to execute. So you will not touch anything here. But second task, it is build task. For that, we need to give a custom command. The display name should be npm build. And anyone remember the command to build the project?
Run build.
It is run build. If you look at here, guys, that is it. Only two things. This will install the packages. This will build the project, compile the project. And what should be the last task?
Publish.
Publish build artifact. We all know when we execute the second step, when the agent build the project, where you will get the build folder files, build files. What should be the output of this task?
Build folder.
Build folder. This will give us a build folder. So that is the reason your drop will always create it out of a build folder, correct?
So here one more question I have.
Yeah.
In React, it is build. The main output folder, publish folder is build, and in Angular it is dist. And what is the difference between all these three now? Build, dist, and drop. All are output folders, right?
No. Build is the actual project folder, but we always create artifact called drop or anything. You can put any name here. Artifact, guys, very simple. Because it's React, it may look, I can directly use it. If you directly push the build folder to the app service, then also it will work, guys. It will only work for React, but not for the other project. You should follow the standard procedure. You'll always get a build folder from the build step. Second, you will be going to create an artifact from the build folder. Here, guys, directly the files will be copied to the drop. But if it is dotted or any other project, it will be archived into zip, and that zip will be sent to the cloud.
Okay. Yeah. If I'm not wrong, it's like it is copying from the build release folder to another folder, and from that folder it is customizing. It is compressing it to drop, right? Yeah.
If you look at here, the same thing is, if you look at this task, we are acquiring an agent from the cloud, correct? Everyone is here. Yeah. After that, guys, can you please tell me what's happening in this step? What's happening in this step? Checkout step. What is happening in the checkout step, guys?
Code from the master repository to the copying to the S directory.
S directory. Where is this S directory?
S is a source.
Where is it?
It is on the agent, sir. Azure VM.
It is on the agent Azure VM. You can see DA1S. And what's happening in this step?
Installing the npm packages.
Yeah, install, publish all npm packages. And what will happen in this step, in the next step?
It will build.
Project code is already there in the agent. So it will start building the project. Can you please tell me where the build folder will be created? Currently, where are the source files? In DA1S? Is it the location of the project files? Okay. Yeah. If you come back here, if you look at here,
A1A.
Yeah, I'm able to create in the same S folder. I'm creating another build folder. All these builds are there in the same folder. If you go to the next task, can you see, guys? In the same S folder, I have created a build folder, correct?
Yes.
How did I get this build folder? Earlier, is my project contains a build folder? Can you see any build folder here?
No.
No, but in the release pipeline, this build pipeline, you can see, I can see a build folder. From where did I get this folder? How did I get this folder? Who created that folder? By the command npm run build. Yeah, agent. By executing the command npm run build, agent has created this build folder. And what you are doing, you are copying this build folder to this drop, correct? Your drop is nothing but your build folder, correct or not?
So in this build folder, it will be a normal folder, full folder, right?
Yeah.
Full capacity. And then when it goes to drop, it will get compressed.
No, if you want, you can compress it. Here we are not compressing it. If you look at here, Just wait. If you look at here, can you see this is my drop? What does it contain? Have you compressed it?
Right.
These are the contents of the build folder only. Can you see that?
Okay.
Didn't you get it, bro?
But the size is reduced, right?
No, it is as it is, guys. For React, very small size, nothing will happen. You can without compress, you can create a build, you can send it to the cloud.
So
But
then what is the use of artifact then? Artifact in the meaning that we are compressing.
No. If it is .NET, Java, those projects needed to be compressed, have a GIF version. What you can do, you can actually compress this, the same pipeline. What I can do, I can add an archive file here.
So in React, it is not compressing.
Yeah, here I'm not compressing. What can I do? Actually, I can compress it. I can compress the build folder. You can see. What will this do? It will compress the build folder in GIF format to this location. Build artifact stage in directory. And what I can do, now I will create my build from this folder. Did you get my point? I can create my drop from this folder. Yeah, did you get my point? What is the advantage of this archiving file? What is the advantage? What are we doing here?
Compressing.
This particular task has given us a build folder. We are compressing the build folder into GIF format. The location is like this folder, and I'm creating my drop from this folder. Are you getting my point? Now you will get a compressed version. Guys, did you get my point? But here, not needed, because the default build size is in few KBs. So why you compress it? Are you getting my point? If it's a .NET project, guys, it would be in some MBs. Then you should compress it. Are you getting my point, guys? Real or not?
We have to see the capacity, and then we have to decide whether we have
to compress it is up to you. Do you want to compress or not? It is completely up to you.
But .NET and Java and other things will be definitely we have to compress.
Yeah, you have to come. Actually, when you create a publish folder, by default, it will be compressed. Yes, don't worry. We have just started. When we see other projects, then this topic will be very clear for you. So don't worry that. Okay.
But the .NET and HTML project we did, HTML project is also that is not that much load, right? It won't be that much capacity, but it is defaultly it is compressed and it has gone to artifact A to A, A1A.
Yeah, if it is HTML, you did not compress. You just copied the folders and you just created the drop from the folder. But for .NET, you compressed it. Okay.
But we didn't do anything actually. It was defaultly it has been.
Yeah, by default, when we create the publish folder, it is directly compressed. Guys, don't worry. When we write the YAML scripts, then we will be focusing a lot in compressing. So yeah, please don't worry now. Okay, that will come in our future classes. Okay. Okay, guys. Now let us come back here. Yeah, let us click. Okay, what is the task? Let me delete this. What is the input for any release pipeline? Guys, what is the pipeline name? Is it React B81? Okay. Same, guys, Azure App Service display. This time we need to select React. Done. Provide the drop. Done. Save and release. If you look at here, guys, save and release. Create release. Release it. Wait for a minute, almost done. And if you go back here, browse this, you can see this is my front-end part. But when I click department, nothing is coming up here, guys. When I click employee, nothing is coming up. Why? Can you please tell me why? Why, guys? Why I'm unable to see anything there?
So we are not connected to the
backend. We did not connect front-end and backend. If you look at here, guys, you simply inspect the portal, go and find network part. If you click department, you can see it is giving us an error. What is that error? In the code, they have written this as the backend URL, but we don't have this URL. If you click that, error. That is the reason I'm unable to get it. In the place of .NET project 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have given this 3, 4, 5, then we would have seen that output. Are you getting my point? Guys, if you look at here, this is my front-end code. I'll inspect, go find network there. When you click employee, you can see errors are displaying. Why you are getting an error? Because this employee tab is requesting a backend URL, which is wrong. Currently, this URL is not there. So what you need to do, you simply go and update the code. There is a variable.js file. You need to update your backend URL here. This is my backend URL. Copy the backend URL and paste it here. That is it. Commit. I committed it. Go back here. Let me.
Sorry, is this DevOps engineer job?
No, no. I told you now, guys, this is the first project. In real time, you will never take this approach. You will never update anything in the code. You will never do all these things, guys. The reason why I'm explaining, this is the basic work which you will do in dev environment, not in UAT tester product. For those other 3 environments, you will never touch the code. You will never update anything there. For that, there is a proper mechanism, guys, that I'll explain in my next project, where you will be having configuration section variables. You will be configuring those variables, then you are getting the data from those variables. How it will be done? That is the next project. So guys, this is a basic project with all basics. There is nothing big here because I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to explain how it will be done in real time. If I explain the main project here now itself, then yeah, it will be like you don't understand anything. So guys, slowly I increase the complexity, and at the end we will reach at the level where we deploy the project in real time. So guys, in real time, remember, you will never open anything here. You will never open any file because you don't know where is that file. You will never update anything here. You will never commit it. You will never push it. You will never do all these things. To do that, there is a process mechanism. There is a process, and you have to follow that process. Yeah, what is that process? That I'll explain in the next project. Okay. First, try to understand current day project, guys. Current day task. Okay, have you all understood all the topics which I have covered today? That is the most important part. Slowly, I increase the complexity, and at the end, you should be in a position to do the actual deployments in code. Okay, in product. Now let me release it. Now look at here, guys. Okay, 2 minutes after that you can share. We almost completed, bro. Rahul, just wait for 2 minutes. We're almost done. We are deploying it. You go back here. This is the portal. Copy this. Now look at here. Sorry, not this one. Guys, if you look at here, when I click department, can you see I'm able to see the data? Can you see here, guys? When I click add department, when I type what are the existing IT support now, when I type sales, when I create, what will happen, guys? What will happen? Guys, what is happening? We executed HTTP post. We inserted something in the database. If you go back here, if you open your DB, this is my DB. Query editor. Can you see this, guys? When I now select, I can see 3 rows in, correct? Guys, correct or not? Actually, the data is coming from front end. It is calling the backend API, and the backend API is inserting that thing into the table, correct? What is sales one? Now, what will happen if I type update? What should happen? Put the HTTP put method should be, you can see it has been updated. If you go back here, execute that, you can see there is sales one. So when I click add, what's happening? HTTP post is getting executed. When I edit, HTTP put is getting executed. What happens when I delete?
HTTP delete is getting called.
That is it. Only 2 rows in it. If you go back here, select only 2 rows. Okay, did you get something? Understood something, guys, or is it hard? Guys, you there?
Yes.
If you look at here, guys, when I inspect this, when I inspect now, network, when I click department, you can see no error message. You can see 200 OK means it is working back in URL, correct? If you copy this URL, if you type it here, it will give me the all department data, no error. So this particular button is calling this API. And this API is fetching the data from the table, and we are able to display that in this particular front end.
Welcome to LWP Labs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to view free Azure DevOps live classes. And for more videos like this, please contact the number shown in the description. Happy learning!